Yeah, don't look at the mess. Do a lot of editing.
I can't edit this, Jeanine. Well, I'll have to say, I met Jeanine and Andy at the Connecticut Cactus and Succulent Show, and you had a really nice display there. You kind of blew my mind because you said you brought all your stuff on a horse trailer.
Yeah,
now I
right
know
out
you
back.
have your horses back there. She didn't bring the horses, she only brought the cacti and succulents. Filled with stuff, and you told me you had a 60-foot greenhouse.
Yep.
And I was like, wow, that's just the size of our barn right there.
So what we do, we have a lot of old plants, and we inherit them from past members who passed away. We go pick up with the horse trailer. I went to Jersey one year and picked up a whole bunch of euphorbias because we have the space for it.
Right.
So pretty soon I'm going to be that person where they're going to have to come with their horse trailer and pick up my stuff.
We're gonna have to borrow Penny's horse trailer. I'm just kidding. Come up from the field.
I am
Just kidding.
very sad about this because this is a death sentence.
Oh no, you let it flower.
How do you stop it?
I don't think you can. Once it starts to flower, you cannot stop it.
I had one years ago, bigger one when we used to live in Cohoes.
Yeah.
And that thing went 6 feet.
Is this a Victoria?
Yeah,
Regina?
Regina.
Yeah.
All these got haircuts last year.
You're taking cuttings from them then?
Yeah.
Essentially?
Took some of these and I actually sold some at our show. And my poor husband is the carrier of the cacti.
Meaning he has to carry them from
Well,
one place
with
to
the
another.
hand truck.
Okay. This looks like a giant lazy Susan that you spin
I don't know
around.
what that is. We work at an auction house.
Yeah.
And I pick up a lot of different stuff.
Yeah.
You can call me a hoarder at this point. All this, I sell on online.
Yeah.
Tchotchkes and porcelain and all this stuff.
And plants.
They're
Hello.
rescues.
Hi, baby.
He was 3 when we got him, a little stud pony.
Hi. Oh, look how small you are. Hello.
He's in his late 20s.
Oh, they're so sweet.
And this one is pushing 30.
Wow. This one
And
looks the youngest.
this little monster was, we got him from a neighbor. The girl was going to college and the parents said, I'm not taking care of all your animals.
Aw.
So
Nice.
he thinks he's a Mr. Stud Muffin.
Oh, he is a Mr. Studman. Nobody's going to tell him differently. Yeah, how did
I hate to bring things out because I'm
Yeah.
afraid I'm going to lose them, but
probably planted pretty gritty compost, I would imagine.
yeah.
So.
And
might
where
be
do
able to
you
get
find ferns, moss, and cactus? Look at the pad on that. It's got 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 7, and they're gonna be blooming soon. It's gonna be amazing. The people just love it.
Is that just like a hardy apuncia
Yes.
that we have? Is it humafusa or?
I don't know. There's some
There's a lot of cultivars.
either solid yellow or a red center.
And these are the golden barrel cacti, aren't they?
Yep.
You bring those out as well? They're not hardy.
No.
Those are,
No,
I
no.
know they're babies. I've seen them big. Oh, goodness
Oh, wait till you
sakes.
see that. We had crazy. We moved here. We actually rent this.
Yeah.
We moved here 20 years ago. We had a little greenhouse in Cohoes. He used to work for a nursery. And I swear, my plants were so much better taken care of on a small scale.
Yeah.
When you got something like this, there are days when it's like, I can't deal with it
It's
right
too
now.
much.
There you go.
Okay, well, let's go in.
I'm leaving. I gotta
All right.
go.
Thanks,
You gotta
Andy.
pull the weeds out of this. Is an old man.
Wow, look at
Copia
this.
poa humilis.
And some grass.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just started pulling stuff
That's
out.
a beautiful one. Look at that.
It's
the
an old
eggplant
one.
color, yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Pelargonium, yeah.
It's tiny. It stays that
Yeah,
way.
I like that one, yeah.
That one, I'm assuming, is 100 years old.
It's planted in the ground, so you have
No,
this. Okay,
this
no,
is.
okay.
This is the
Yeah.
only one that's planted in the ground.
Okay,
And this is how much it grew from the cuttings
that's the
that we
big
took.
one.
I
the
just
big-
potted these up. These are all cuttings from this,
How do you
this
do
guy.
it? How do you pot this up?
That,
What's your strategy? Because it's
Oh my
not
God.
like you're bear hugging it.
yeah.
Holes in your arm.
Or one of these, you know, the scatter rugs.
These are prosthetics.
The porcelain.
This is one of our heaters, antique.
Wow, it's an
it's a
antique
yodel.
heater.
And then we have another one on the other side.
We have a yodel stove.
Yeah?
This is like, wow, look at the artistry on this one.
So my husband's up here every 3 hours.
Putting in the wood.
Correct.
Wow.
We do have
This is a,
under the bench pipes for the oil heater to keep it maintained at least 45.
well, I don't know if you recall, Sonder, but this reminds me of Richard the Cactus guy. And one of our first videos we ever did was this gentleman who sold at the farmers markets, cacti and succulents. and he had this antique greenhouse and just all these funky plants and funky pots. I feel like this is like doing a whole 360.
I'm funky.
You're funky, that's for sure.
Now, this is a saguaro, and look at the pup growing off of it because of the cut.
Yeah.
We had to literally, John Spain was the founder of the Connecticut Cactus Society, one of the founders. And he had a greenhouse, and all his things were on benches, about this high all around, and everything was set. So you're talking 50 years of plants that we literally had to rip and dig out. And this guy was hitting the plastic. So it was so difficult to get it out, so we had to cut it.
Yeah.
So that's one of his, and this is one of his that he grew from seed back in, I think, the 60s or the 70s.
Wow.
And this is mine that I almost lost one year when I first met Andy. I was 16. He worked on a farm, and they grew. They actually supplied the Woolworth chains
I remember Woolworth.
with all
Yeah.
the plants and stuff. So he had deliveries to make and stuff. So his
Yeah.
boss knew that I like cactus, so he threw a bunch in.
Yeah.
And I still have a couple of the originals.
Wow.
So this was back in the 70s once again.
When you were like in 16 or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
And then you almost lost it. What
Yes,
happened
I don't know.
Yeah. It just gets corky and then,
It started to rot, so I kept digging. That thing needs to
Yeah.
be repotted. But
So
look at this.
when it starts to rot, do you cut into it and try
Yes.
to take the rotting part out and
Yes.
save the rest? It's amazing to me, like if you turn them inside out, it almost looks like bark of a
Yeah.
normal deciduous tree trunk or
I
something.
enjoy keeping.
Oh yeah, here we go.
I've got a fish tank that I'm gonna make. Just a display of.
Yeah.
This is a Nubelmania, and totally intact, except for it didn't disintegrate. And this is a ma'am that I had. So I like saving the corpses. I guess that's what you want to call it.
Well, they seem to hold together pretty well.
Yeah,
You think if you
it's-
put it in a fish tank, it would disintegrate or no?
No. Put sand in it and stuff,
Oh,
and
I
do
see,
it
so
do
that
it as a
kind of-
display.
oh, I see, that
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
fish.
No, not.
I thought like with
this
fish.
this needs help.
I was like, I wouldn't put anything past you, Jeanine, now.
Air plants.
Yeah, it looks like a gourd.
Yeah, yes.
It does, yeah. You're right, Sonder.
That used to go out, but now it's too big.
Wow,
It flowers.
that is a beautiful jade.
It flowers every year, same time. And as soon as we used to bring them all in, all the jades flowered.
Now, does this, it's looking like it's growing more upright. Is it because of the greenhouse? Because a lot of times I see them
Right, we
a
cut.
little wide. So
I
you're
cut,
cutting.
yeah.
Okay, you're
Yeah,
pruning
some
it.
people are afraid to, don't look at
Snip
the
it.
mess. Do a lot of editing.
I can't edit this, Jeanine. That's pretty too.
This was outside. Last year we had a lot of rain too. And this little guy, it's hard to see, but I literally stripped it naked, that jade, because it got all this black on the leaves.
Oh yeah, I
Just
see
from
that
being,
one.
I think, cold and wet and stuff, so it's all coming back.
He's like hiding behind the one with the clothes.
And I love this one. I don't know the name of it, but I love the red
Yeah, it's variegated.
border and the yellow, and that was chopped up too.
Here's his pants. This one's about to bust out.
I've been
This is a
taking
little
cuttings. I
Newport?
actually sold some at our show.
Weren't you selling this one?
Yes,
one?
I was. Actually,
Yeah.
that came from a friend of ours, the Walnut Hill Greenhouse in
Right.
Connecticut. It was an incredible place, but
Yeah.
then they had marital issues, they had to sell the place. But
Oh.
so I got a lot of stuff from her.
Okay. They separate, but then you get all the plants.
Yes.
Look at the flowers coming in.
Oh, they were all open yesterday.
Oh, wow. I have a little, Raybutias?
I got a bunch.
Yeah. And
from a grower.
the colors were like
Yeah,
kind of vibrant
yeah.
like that. It's really pretty. They almost look like little straw
This was one of
flowers.
hers too. I've got a.
So did you cut it?
No, I don't. She had it, so I don't
Yeah.
know if the top got damaged. And then all these grew out, but they're getting really heavy
Yeah.
for the main stem. So I think I may have to do some work on it.
Yeah. And then this is the aloe castellone.
Yes.
Yeah. I like the form of this.
So I've been getting this. Look at this, actually flowered.
Oh wow. So did you graft this or did you buy a graft? Okay.
After I killed 2,
Yeah.
I figured
I'm
3
gonna
might
go
be a charm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on different roots.
And then this, talk about getting,
Yeah.
look it, it's growing out the side.
That's strange. Is that normal?
I have no idea.
Astrophytums. And then this is unreal.
Oh,
What is
I
this?
love it. It's
Athona
dormant.
Yeah.
It has green, little leaves.
They're like little nipples or something,
Oh,
but
awesome,
it's
yeah.
carbuncly.
That's a nice word.
Yeah, carbuncly.
So these grow so fast,
Yeah, the Tradescantias.
so cheap to
Yeah.
propagate.
And then this one's pretty neat. Euphorbia sepulta.
I've been getting a lot of stuff from Josh Allen.
No, I don't know who that is.
He is having like live sales, but he's out of California with really unique types.
Yeah.
This I chopped up and started a bunch of cuttings. This is a newbie.
Oh, look at that spike that gets out. The Crassula hemispherica. I love some of the imbricated leaves, the overlapping leaves.
I'm always
I think
afraid
they
of
have really good
mealy.
forms.
That's an issue
Yeah.
sometimes too.
Well, it looks like it has it on the flower. Huh?
Yeah. This I think I've killed 4 times.
Is
But
it because it was
is-
on its own roots before or no?
Both.
Okay.
But I'm just looking at it now, and it's throwing pups, I think.
It looks like it. Now this is this an astrophytum? What is this?
It's one of those kabuki somethings. I don't know.
Yeah. Very white with the coloration.
Like I said, I like the ubamanias. I have a bigger one, but it had some, I think, fungus scarring on it.
Do you know what plant this is?
Ferrocactus glaucii inermis.
I mean, that looks out of this world,
Yeah.
right? It looks otherworldly. What made you get into cacti and succulents? Like, what was it about?
Actually, like I said, I was born in Poland,
Yeah.
and we used to go every 2 years for the summer with my mother, my sister and I, and I always loved plants, and I found a little cactus in a florist. And I'm like, oh, I want to take it home. But this was back when there was communism and the soldiers at the airport with guns and stuff. And I'm
Right.
like, I can't take it because they won't let me. I'll probably get arrested or something.
Right.
Do they have these in America?
Uh-huh.
And here we are.
So there was a decision to move to America, and
Back in '65, my parents.
And then did you ever get to go out to the Southwest, or did you only ever?
Southwest, we went in '95
Uh-huh.
to one of the conventions.
Okay.
In
Oh, you must have
Tucson.
been like a kid
Oh
in
my
a candy shop.
God! to have the dinner at the
Yeah.
Desert Botanical Garden
Oh, that's a pretty
and with the
place.
sunset, and
Yeah.
it's been so amazing.
Yeah.
It's tough to get away. I have to get babysitters for the cats, the dogs, the rabbits, and the ponies.
Yes. You set yourself up for that, though.
Yes. So my daughter babysat everyone in April when we went to
Yeah.
the show.
We felt like we couldn't get off the land because the deer came in and started eating the garden.
Yeah, they
don't even have
between the
animals
cows
yet.
and the deer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, what are some of these? Are Matilla cactus or?
Some
this
yes,
one's
Bertillo
cresting.
crested, and another bunch of cuttings that I did.
And is this the
Yes.
reticulated apuntia? Is
Yes.
it? Yeah.
Cobra.
Cobra.
I've got a bunch of cuttings that I'm starting because
Looks so
people have
reptilian.
been asking for it. This I love. This is cuttings from this.
Oh, this is a crested one too. Does it crest on you, or did you inherit it?
I bought it.
Yeah.
Paid $90 for the thing back in from Glenn Lord. He was one of our members, and at one of our shows. So I've been taking cuttings. It can revert back. They call
Yes.
that
so
the
then you would cut those off.
yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yep.
toss them or put them out.
Oh, no,
You
put-
put them in a.
And
Another
this is
container.
this one I got from online.
So that's what it's supposed
That's
to look like.
Yes, this
Yeah.
is variegated.
But this is variegated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then my other favorite is the Teresa.
Why would I say she would ever compost it? She keeps it.
Yes, and let it carcass.
She even keeps the carcass.
These sad things right here that came out of that garage in Jersey.
This is a smoke bush, isn't it?
No, it's a euphorbia.
Milk, it's a milk bush, right? African milk plant bush?
Maybe.
Yeah. Some
Yeah.
type of euphorb. But doesn't it look like a smoke bush tree?
I don't know if I know what smoke bush tree is.
It's more of a, it's a hardy torazone.
He had it in the garage with,
Like a skylight?
yeah. So when we brought it here, they got too much light, and then they got cold.
Oh.
So over the past couple of years, I started to take cuttings, and actually there's a bunch over there, and I sold some,
Right. Like that.
and I did sell some
That looks
at our
great.
show. Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes like almost 2 years.
To really root?
Well, it's not a good thing when you cut it and expect it to root in the fall.
Right.
Into the
yeah,
winter.
That makes
That's
sense.
the problem.
Yeah. Look at this guy right behind you.
Yeah. This I was going to chop up, but I found a bunch at Home Depot,
For cheap.
$25, and there's like 6 of them in the pot.
Wow.
So I'm going to separate them. Actually, I did. I got to plant them up. These are the Sulca Rubudias,
Oh,
and it's
beautiful.
just too bad that they're not flowering right now.
Yeah. This one is about, or is that going to be a fruit?
Don't
Hard to know.
And then the Fralias, they're all throwing seed pods.
Mm-hmm.
These are all cuts.
Do you ever pollinate, or you just kind of don't have time?
Not
for
yet.
It?
I don't have time at the
Yeah.
moment.
I'm not gonna push that.
So
You're
these were
waiting
set
to
into
cut.
the fall, but it took that long to.
Yeah. Look at that. A few roots.
So when I cut it, I make the little angle at the base. And then those big ones, I don't know what that wood thing was. Nope, the blue guys
Oh, those ones back
that
there.
were
yeah.
cut from the big one. I don't know what that wooden thing is,
Yeah.
but it was perfect to set them in it so they don't fall over.
Right.
Go
You
figure.
go in and you're like, that would be perfect
Yeah.
for.
And I've got to get them out and see how much root they have. Oh, get the
Oh, that funky one. That's funky. So it's crested.
yes. Oh, what's the name of
It's
it?
like the-
Eka
Yeah, and
something.
it's spiraled. It's this. It's the spiraling
Yes.
plant, and then that one crested. That is a freaking winner.
What
right
I
there.
want to do is cut it. What do you think?
Were you gonna cut this or cut this off, or what are you gonna
Well,
do?
I was gonna just save this as is.
See, this is my dilemma. I hate having to cut something, but if you're selling it, you're gonna.
No, I would keep that.
You
Oh
would
no,
keep
no,
it?
no, no.
And then so you would just cut this and then grow and try to root it.
Yes.
Yeah, so you
Which
could
I did. I had
Yeah, so
I
you
have
could get
one
rid
that I
of-
did.
I don't think that's a bad idea, because then you would have it almost looks like a mermaid tail.
Yes.
You know.
The man I got this from, he's wholesale and retail, not too far from here, about half an hour. He gets them shipped in. But now with the trade wars and all that stuff, he says they're going to cost a fortune to get them in.
Right.
So are the customers going to be willing to pay for it?
Right.
And he was asked to be a vendor at the Philadelphia Flower Show
Okay.
next year.
Oh no.
So I'm going to try to help him, you
Find
know,
some really interesting
whatever.
things.
Yeah. So I got this from him, and it's like, oh my God.
Now, when you got that from him, was it developing that way? Or
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, just look at how it's splitting here.
Is this one of the tuberous pelargoniums?
No,
What is this?
it's actually a poor little orphan maple leaf, Vancouver geranium.
So it is a geranium.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
No, the leaves grow so much bigger. I have one back there that's was a bush. And I don't know. Oh, here's that crested.
The Myrtillo
That
cactus.
was in the show.
Yeah. This one, mammillaria. Is that a mammillaria?
Yes.
Looks like it's about to bloom like crazy.
Another Home Depot.
There's some good purveyors like Altman's
If you get
plants,
there
and
in time before they kill it, yes.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah. There's
And
some
even
old
Walmart, I
specimens.
found some, I think a bunch of geometrics
Okay.
in Walmart's with the ornatums,
Yeah. The
astrophytums. It's
Astrophytum
like,
ornatums. Yeah.
So I grabbed them.
Yeah.
$8.
Unbelievable. You can't even sell them for that.
No. Oh, and this, I don't know how many times I killed that.
Oh, these are the Euphorbia
Abdicurii.
Yeah. They're
I guess
cool
the sap
looking.
is one of the most poisonous of the euphorbia
I
family,
didn't
is
know
what I
that.
hear.
I didn't know that. They kind of remind me of the Caralumas, which they're not
Yes.
called Caralumas anymore. But
They're
it's-
not. Why do they keep changing
I don't
things?
know.
But I am like so careful with this.
I know. This one I had seen in one of the plant shops in Brooklyn, and I didn't want to take it home on the bus because they had like really tall, lanky, long ones,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm going to break that on the bus. And now that I know that the sap is like highly toxic, like it's probably not going to be a good one.
I have a question for you. Oh, damn mice. Look it. Look it.
Oh, the mice.
Oh, you little bastards.
What mouse would eat that?
I
though?
don't know. Or maybe it's a slug.
It could. Well, what slug
Maybe a
would eat
slug.
that?
But I thought I was losing it when it started to turn like this.
Yeah, look at Woody.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I think sometimes they get quirky.
And then all of a sudden I got this, neat growth.
Yeah. Now, what's this one here that has the kind of? Oh, there's a euphorbia. But
It's Euphorbia, I think, Ingens monstros. There's a big one over there that came from that Jersey man.
Yeah, that's
Beautiful.
really nice. See, they kind of were popular, like, I don't know, like maybe a couple of years back, and then I think people forget about them, and then they see a picture again.
Because it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the one that Richard, the cacti guy, always said, it's the glockids that get stuck in his finger.
Oh,
He would
awful.
like pet these things, and
Well,
he,
you can maybe right here.
Yeah,
But what gets me is those little tiny ones,
yeah.
the bunny ears at
Yeah, the bunny
at the
ears,
stores
that's
and
what you're
stuff, and the
saying,
kids go, "Oh, how cute!" I'm like, "Oh!" Oh, and I love Horthes.
There's so many different cultivars of them now too. And these have a tendency to have these roots that pull them deeper into the soil.
They look like turnips sometimes.
Oh, look at this one right here. What's this?
Is there a tag?
Is that a Solanum species Ecuador? That's
Where did I
cool.
get this?
I don't.
Oh, Shakespeare Garden.
Oh, I don't even know where that is.
They were at the show. They were in the corner on the same side as I am by the door.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're
more
in
like a
Connecticut. They're in
terrarium
Connecticut,
plant, though.
yes. They have incredible plants. We had a meeting at their greenhouse.
This one's funky too. Look at this. Otherworldly.
Tylicod.
Tylicodon? Yeah. And then another geranium. I'm just gonna. I just.
Oh,
did an
these
episode
are.
on
I've been
geraniums.
rooting geraniums.
Yeah.
And these all took a little late, but.
Nice smell.
Oh, and I love my original Copiapoa tenuissima monstros. I brought back in '95 from that Arizona trip. It was gorgeous. I've been taking cuttings ever since. I love how black it gets.
Yeah.
This has to be chopped up and stuff. This came from a neighbor. The husband passed away, and she's like, I don't want any part of it. This is.
You would never be able, like where it's woody, you could never chop there, right? Because it would.
I wouldn't. No.
Yeah. You'd
I
have
would
to
take
go,
this
or
separately,
this.
and then that.
Yeah.
This is one of the. I'm keeping this one
Variegated euphorbias.
out of this
Crested?
collection.
So this. Oh, that's cool. So
Yeah.
that came from one of those.
Yep. Yeah,
One of your
this.
collections.
I had this at the show. I love this thing. Here's that big Ingens. See how it's going to original, and then
Yep.
it's monstrosing.
And then the Boea volubilis is now and starting to put out some green. Does this be green all year round, or
No,
not really?
no.
Okay. They don't know in
they
greenhouse
they lose
conditions.
their.
Their
They
hair.
totally lose it. Yeah. This I have to get this out of here. Uncarina.
Oh, look at that.
This hasn't flowered for me in a couple of years, maybe because of the abuse it takes.
Yeah.
But the seed pods are unbelievable. They look like little urchins that you step on in the ocean.
Oh, really? They're little
yeah.
urchins?
And very pokey, and they have almost like in a puncha, those little tiny things on the ends.
Yeah.
And the seed is inside.
There's only one seed?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got to get that out.
It has a form like an adenium.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh my God, this is so sad. And I'm going to be looked at by thousands
You knew
of
I was
people.
coming.
Yeah,
You knew
yeah,
I was coming.
Yeah, right.
We'll edit it out.
It's the Morales.
Look at how cool that is.
Oh, here's a bunch of those little cuttings.
Yeah, right on. I love that you use
Nothing yet.
anything.
My
Anything.
husband, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
My husband has a fit, so when I'm not around, he starts cleaning. He says, "You have no idea."
But he's a farmer. He keeps everything too. It's in the blood.
You know what's perfect is those salad things.
Yes.
with the top on.
Yep.
These are some of the plants that we brought back from the show that didn't sell.
Oh, I see.
So-
Okay. But they're ready for the next show.
Absolutely.
Yep. They're just going to be bigger. Slightly bigger for the next show. And now, is this just like the place where you could just root?
This is the rooting bench that is out of control now.
Yeah.
I got to get them out of here and start over. This is one of my favorite echeverias, magnificus.
And it has a lavender color.
Oh,
like
yeah.
a really
Big
beautiful
leaves.
bloom. Yeah, that's
Can't really
pretty.
appreciate it. I won't touch it, but
Yeah, that's pretty. Huernia pilanzii. Oh, they look like little porcupines. I don't think I've ever seen that species before.
I don't know why these attract mealy so much.
The mealy's probably like
stapelias.
the stapeliads are really hard.
Oh, and I love bird cages and stuff.
So do I.
Oh, and look at this little, the candle thing, but what I do is I
You
put
could put
pots in them.
Pots in them, yeah.
Yep.
Now I get it.
Okay, this
Okay, wow.
was in a deep pot and it wasn't looking right. So yesterday, I
you have
pulled
root-
it out.
Do you have root mealies?
No.
No. Okay, that's
I put hormone,
okay.
rooting hormone on it. And there were a couple here that were soft. I may have to get rid of that one too.
Yeah.
So now
So
it's
it got
gonna,
a little too wet or something.
yeah, yep. But I love the adeniums. I do not like all the different colors they have now.
It's a little too
It's a little too
aggressive.
much.
Yeah.
It's like, let's just keep the original, you know?
We actually did
Here's the
travel
other
through
stove.
the Southwest. I'll have to link to that. He was breeding adeniums because he wanted to get the deepest red he could possibly get. But in that, you get all these other things in between.
Yeah. That's a Logan.
Wow, that stove. So you have two of these. They both
Yep.
work.
Oh, yeah.
And then you heat this side and that side. I mean,
Well, we get the wood for free,
yes.
except, you know, I got my husband a lock splitter one Christmas.
A log splitter? Oh, that's nice. Does he use it?
Oh, yeah. All this gets filled with, you know, wood that friends have to take trees down and stuff,
Right.
and then he splits it, and I bring it in.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
I mean, here's some right here. Just don't throw the adenium.
No burning of that. Oh, I want to show you this that I got. Oh, so excited.
Oh, it's a crested what? Lobivia. Schafferite monstrous.
I took some cuttings, and
Wow.
I already got roots.
Wow.
Isn't that awesome?
I don't know if I've ever seen a crested one of this genus.
It's like Monstros too,
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah. Hey, Lily.
Oh,
what a
oh,
good
see, look,
dog.
this is Home Depot.
Yes, from Altman's Plants. They're great. I mean, you get some good aloes. You get some.
Yeah. I would
good
never
euphorbs.
keep that type to keep going because they just get so out of control.
Yeah.
I mean, these grow slower, of course, because of the variegation, but the green type, oh my God.
I mean, what's your definition of out of control?
Sprawly. Yeah. Begonia has to go out. This is sort of the
Begonia
shade
is
part.
Fantastic.
I whopped it. They got stripped again. Yes,
Yeah.
I got cuttings.
It looks great. It looks like bamboo canes, doesn't it? Very nice. Look at these. Also, look at these peperomias. They got a little too sun-scorched.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was another Home Depot plant. It was, they had 4 in there maybe. And they got little leggy, so I took cuttings.
And they started to
it's
root
in
up.
there. Yep, there's another. This is a Walmart plant.
No.
The $8 one.
It's crazy. It looks great.
So yeah, if you hit it just right.
Yeah.
One of our members one time said years ago they had Ariocarpus. Of course, they have no
No.
clue what they are. Yeah.
Are you serious? They're selling them for like $12 or
Probably.
something?
Don't trip and kill yourself.
Technically, you could probably do it if you fall flat-faced on a cacti.
Depends on how you fall.
I know, on this one.
I ordered these last year.
Ooh, those are pretty. They have a beautiful lavender bloom
What
on
I
them.
wanted to do, and I actually did the form for it. Of course, I never finished it. Is the jellyfish, where you have these in like a half wire basket.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think it's an annual that the tentacles come down.
Drops down.
Yeah.
This kind of reminds me of like those fancy cakes where those cake
Yes.
decorators
Yes.
put like the flowers on. They look like that to me. Almost good enough to eat. What about this guy right here? Is that an elephant bush or something?
Oh gosh, it starts with an O. Oper.
Yeah, Opercula decarii.
See? Us plant people, you just get the beginning of the word and you can finish the rest. And then I inherited from the Jersey man Hoyas, which I had
Hoyas.
no clue.
Oh, I love Hoyas.
So they would get thrown under the bench and watered, and the damn things just kept growing.
you know, it's one of those things where they have succulent leaves, but you know, if they get too much light,
Flowers, though,
yeah.
gorgeous. This
They're,
is
you
a-
know, they're related to milkweeds.
Really?
Yes, so if you ever see milkweed flowers.
Oh, yes, yes,
Yeah, right?
yes.
And they have sap.
Yep.
Very similar. And you know the seed pod, have they ever given you a seed pod?
No.
Okay, the seed pod is very similar to a milkweed seed pod.
Really?
And then that was my kind of, when I brought my plants in, I was like, oh, this reminds me of milkweed. And it was like that kind of discovery of like, wow, that's so cool. That it's
Now this is sort of reverting tall, but when I got them, there were all these
And
short
I remember
little ones.
seeing this at
Yes.
the
Yeah.
show at
Home
Connecticut
Depot.
Cactus Society.
But this one looks like it's going back, so maybe they retarded it with some kind of chemical or something.
Right.
These are some new ones that I picked up. Sarcocolon.
Vanderetii. Might be Dutch. Look at this Euphorbia visa.
I had a huge one, but then it got scarred up, and
Yeah.
this was kind of neat.
Here's a flower of the Hoya just coming
Oh,
right here. That you could see. It was kind of hiding in there. Mehoneopsis subterranea, variation in Caucasii.
sounds
Don't
Greek.
know it.
I'm trying to let this heal.
Yeah.
I love terrariums, except this is what I call out of control. Okay? And this is only a few months old.
You got, I don't think you're supposed to be growing this one in
Oh,
there.
yes. it's one of those, I have them in a basket. They're real tiny. It's oxalis.
An oxalis.
Yes. And it's supposed
It's
to be
grown
purple.
tall.
Yeah, it's not supposed to do that. But yeah, so that needs work.
They
think
look good when
they're
you
rooters.
first do them. You know,
Oh, God.
then they do require some maintenance.
So these are, I like how this one gets funky.
Yeah, that one's nice. It
Now
looks like
you
a
can touch it
porcupine.
when it's,
Oh, it's soft.
yeah, as a little guy.
Oh, here's another flower coming up. It's not yet fully bloomed.
Oh, there it
Yeah,
is.
there it is.
Oh,
A carnosa, Hoya carnosa, probably.
how did you get into this?
I was always interested in plants outdoors, but then when I moved
Oh.
to the city, what are you going to do?
Well, back in the 70s, you didn't have,
Well, the 70s was kind of a big houseplant boom. you
right.
know. That's
And
when you got out with all
books
those
and any books I could get, go to the
Yeah.
library and stuff. And it was cactus that intrigued me. But then you got into succulents. I didn't know what a succulent was. And it's just how fast they can grow. You know, waiting for a cactus to do its thing can take forever. But just the variety. I mean, look at this is
That one's pretty
three
cool.
different types of Freds.
Yeah, so these are all the same cultivar, right? They're called
Bocasanas, I think.
Bocasana Fred, cultivar Fred.
Mammillaria.
Yeah, but they have all these different
This is a new one
growing.
from last
Were
year.
these in the show?
Yes.
Okay, I think I remember these being in the show.
I probably took over the category.
Unreal.
And a friend of mine had it revert back to its original form. And of course, you know, it takes over, but
Yeah.
yeah. And this one looks like it's cresting too.
This one's crested for
Yep.
sure. This one's starting to on this side.
I love these.
They
I'm
feel so
so
fleshy.
so
They feel
careful.
fake.
They actually root pretty good for me. If it breaks or if
God,
I do a cutting.
Feel that skin though.
Yeah.
It's like so. It's like rubbery.
It's like a little penis.
It is.
I'm one of these grandmothers that says what she.
She shoots from the hip.
That's right. That's right.
Lithops and
White Sloan, yeah. I'm trying
those
to
are
like.
tough. I've killed one of those before.
A friend of mine had it where it threw a pod. It was
Yeah,
big.
Yeah. At that
And-
point, I would start getting like,
This is the scepter.
that's beautiful, the crassula.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put it in a different pot to try to hold it together. I love different pots, and Carol Moore, she was at the show. I have a lot of her pots, and you know, people see them when there's a ribbon attached to it and stuff. So she used to give me a free one at the end of the show because, you know, I'm like her advertiser.
Yes.
This is the freakiest thing. I got this on a trade from a woman in Puerto Rico one year. And really the weird growth and stuff. It was
Nice.
unnamed. They were calling it a
Random.
monstrose Kalanchoe.
it's like a claw, a lobster
Right.
claw come together.
And then what happened is this winter I had this huge one. Totally lost it, but yet I'm gonna see what's gonna happen with, I'm not sure what you wanna call them, pups,
yeah, little
after they
offsets.
flowered.
Yeah.
And they're throwing roots. So it's the most amazing thing.
Right. No, but do they look that way? Like that looks like it's.
Oh, it can be anything. There is no rhyme or reason for
Yeah.
this growth. Most of it is like
It
this
should be-
pointy thing.
Yeah, it should be this type of leaf,
Right.
kind of. Yeah. But this is already
then-
starting to clasp together,
Right.
which is weird.
Yep.
And now it's clasped together to the point that it's like a pod almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, bizarre.
So it'll be interesting to see how they keep going once I get into this. Then this is my begonia side. Poor things.
So you like begonias too, then?
Oh God, look at this one.
It's hard. You're growing cactus and
I
succulents
know, and
begonias,
ferns,
and
and-
like,
This one's like a cactus.
well, it is.
Ugh.
It's got spikes.
Oh, this was another one that was in the ground. I've got to pot it up.
They like to be in like a bit more humid, damp
Yes,
shade.
yes,
Kind of the opposite of like cacti and succulents.
Yes.
This is what
And
happens.
this is
when you like
another
economist plants.
Ceropegia. It's a little
See,
different.
I love Ceropegias. I love
look at the,
Discidias, Ceropegias. I mean, you could take a zillion cuttings.
Oh, look
of
at the
that.
flower. You know, they're all the same.
Yeah.
But the woody eyes are, I think, are the prettiest. I love the hanging things now. Oh, this is what that weed you called it.
Oh, cool.
It's Oxalis haria.
So it's one of the more succulent oxalis.
Yes, and it should be tight.
Yeah.
Not a terrarium plant.
Right. It's a rock garden plant that grows low, supposedly.
Oh my God.
It's pretty.
Polantha, had that at the show. Oh, here's one of them.
The dark black.
Love it. And I love pot faces. I've actually been getting some nice ones out of Temu.
Really? How long do you
Yeah.
have to wait for that?
Not really not long.
Yeah.
They must have
Even-
a warehouse
even
here
with
somewhere.
The tariffs or stuff?
Well, I haven't got it in a few months, but like those lady head pots and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, for $8.
Yeah.
This, I'm not sure what this is. This vine.
This is, I think I know what this is. It's related to the cucumbers. Sacrophylla.
yeah,
I'm blanking
I
on
don't
the name,
know.
but I think it's something Sacrophylla. And it's related to the cucumbers. It needs to kind of crawl on something.
Yeah, yeah.
Discidia.
Yeah, be careful, don't trip.
Is it Discidia?
Yes.
Yeah. Ruscifolia maybe.
Oh, here are the ones I was telling you about.
Did you get this at Home Depot?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Sometimes I look at the whole picture and I'm gonna take a nap instead. And my husband's like, so what did you do today? Not much. And then I even have pitcher plants. Talk about humidity.
Unbelievable.
They do really well outside.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's a treat though, because in all the chaos and the madness, you could see that the plants, they don't care. A lot of them are just, they keep
And
on
the
going
abuse
and
they
growing.
take, it's like, oh God, I'm awful. I'm a
it's-
terrible mother.
She was into really high maintenance plants, but none of those survived, and all that survived were these.
You know what? I have trouble with houseplants.
Yeah.
Oh, this is one of my favorites. Susanna.
Euphorbia Susanna.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a beautiful form. I've seen this, but I can't think of the name of it.
Caroluma.
This is also a Carolina
Yeah.
then.
That's actually nice.
It's very nice, isn't it?
Oh, it's wasn't a show because of the stones.
Okay. You seem shocked.
This is one of my very oldest. I've had these for 30 years.
So this is the Areocarpus.
Yep.
Were these also on the show? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you submitted
Yep.
them.
This is a pretty cool Sulca rebutia of some kind. Look how tiny that is.
That's really cool.
And I did have mice issues.
And then how about this aloe? It's got different color.
Oh God, what is
Prickles.
that came from John Spain. It was in his bed. And it's one of the biggest ones I've ever seen. You know, in his
Sleeping with it? Man, that
in
is.
his flower bed.
I mean, that is.
That is one of the oldest ones.
Masochistic things. You would never believe his golden barrel cactus
Yeah.
toilet.
Here's one of these at Home Depot, came like that, and I separated it. Look how pretty this
They
is now.
really turned out pretty.
Yeah.
This is such a good grower. I also have one of these.
Yeah, I don't like the longer one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is Snowflake or Wonderlate.
But they're generous with their offsets.
Yes.
This one is in bloom. I don't think I've ever seen the donkey tail bloom. Look at how beautiful that is.
It's the longer petal one. The regular donkey tail, I think, is a little more compact. And there's a porostecium on its own root, that one, that is growing, but it had damage. I don't remember when I got it, but the poor thing is, look, it's still going.
Yeah.
Usually they're on grafts. Astecium brederi, I think it's the only one like in the species. And then I like these little guys. I used to kill them, but now I just forget about them. And
Like lithops or what are
I
they?
don't know, what, some kind of
This one's
conophytum.
lithops.
Right.
And this is a conophytum,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Oh, you gotta see this one. Come over here. Bursera faguroides.
It's in fruit?
In fruit, old fruit and new fruit and buds.
Wow. Look at the bark. The bark is so cool, huh?
I've had this forever too.
And you bring this out then in the summer months?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. We see that one right there. Is that one of
That's
the
what I wanted to show
bromeliads,
you.
Or?
Yes, it came from Chris Allen, our president. And he got it at auction last year.
So Chris actually takes the effort to basically take all of the plants like Jeanine's and plant them in his landscape, and then takes up thousands of plants and brings them down to his basement. That is effort that I don't know I would even have energy for. This is incredible though. Look at it. It's just kind of boiling over the pot.
What do you do with it after this?
I don't know. I mean, you would know
In
better than I.
'95, when we went to Arizona, they had one in front of the restaurant that was like sculpted.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if it was a pot or what. It was just amazing.
Taking the shape of whatever substrate it was on.
Oh, actually, I grow. It's the what do you call bird of paradise.
Oh, strelitzias.
This one is a white one. Never did anything for us. It split the pot.
The white flowered one.
Yes.
The Nikolai.
The other one is in there, and that flowers the same time as the jades. And I get constant flowers, you know, give them as gifts, cut them. But yeah, I told Andy, I said, we got to take a chainsaw, maybe.
A little sawzall.
I mean, look, it split the pot.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know what I'm going to do if I ever lose Andy.
Yeah, because you. Well,
And then this thing we tried to sell.
what will happen is that they will be out here.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God, a ponytail palm.
Like I said, I used to work at Albany Med
Yeah.
in radiology, and as you enter the hospital part of radiology, it was a big, I don't know what you want to call it, anteroom or something. You go down the stairs or the
A little
elevator.
atrium.
And it was empty.
Yeah.
So I started bringing plants in, and some of the big euphorbias and stuff in there. Or on the shuttle bus, I'd bring in, you know, little ones. So they started calling me the cactus lady. Stipelia, we just got
That looks
the
great.
giant one.
For all the ones that we talked about, like they get mealybugs, but that looks
Well,
great.
I've only had it since April, so I'll give it
Okay,
time.
Okay.
Then I like these little sedums, but I like the variegated.
Yes,
but
they
they turn so fast.
They just moved it to Hylotelephylium, I think.
Who does this? Don't people have nothing else to do?
Sedum was a big group. I think they had to blow it up for a bit.
So I kind of try
Look at the
to.
color of this.
Dorothea.
I mean, they're usually like green, right? And then with that kind of color.
This aloe, it's a tree aloe. We had to cut it. These are its stalks after it flowered. And we had to cut it because it wouldn't fit through the door coming out.
Oh my goodness.
And it's in that pot, and that's where it's going to be forever.
Some Ripsalis.
I kind of just threw these together.
Yeah.
My monkey tail is going to be blooming. It's throwing buds right now.
Wow, that looks nice. Yeah.
Those are popular these
Yes,
days.
they are.
Yep. And when the red comes out, it's gorgeous.
This is like one of those cotyledons?
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty.
I'm going to put it in a bigger basket. I'm not sure if this is
juicy.
too much sun or, but I like how they actually fill out down the stem.
Yeah.
Like the donkey's tail don't usually do that once you lose halfway in between. Ah.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you so much, Jeanine. This has been such a trip. It's fantastic to see all of your plants.
Don't step on the doggy.
And I appreciate that you brought us in here. Thank you.
Sure.
Which succulents or cacti of Jeanine's and Andy's were your favorite? Let folks know in the comments below. And we're planning more group botanical trips through 2026, including Thailand, Costa Rica, and Japan. So if you're interested in one of those, be sure to fill out the survey or check the website at homesteadbrooklyn.com to find out what trips are coming up next. Just click the Learn tab and then navigate to Botanical Tours for more information, or check the description under the video below. And while you're there, check out our suite of online houseplant courses, including the Houseplant Masterclass. All this can be found on homesteadbrooklyn.com. We'll see you in the next video.